My cherished one, pause and lend me your deepest attention. This moment transcends the ordinary. It is a divinely orchestrated intersection in your life. If your gaze now rests upon these words, know that it is no mere chance encounter, but a direct beckoning from the Almighty Himself. The message I am about to impart carries within it a power so profound, a truth so sacred, that its essence must be held in the utmost reverence. Therefore, I implore you, once you have absorbed its wisdom, commit this message to the quiet sanctuary of your memory, safeguarding its potency. Your arrival at this precise point in time and space is not accidental. You are the chosen one, uniquely and intentionally selected by the Creator to receive a revelation that will irrevocably alter the trajectory of your existence. This divine unveiling will unlock boundless realms of abundance, usher in an unshakable prosperity, and set you upon a destiny of such magnificent scale that its echoes will resonate through the very heavens. This is not simply an exchange of information. It is a divine decree, a hushed and holy utterance emanating directly from the heart of God, intended solely for the discerning ear of your understanding. Prepare yourself, for the words that are about to embrace you possess the transformative power to reshape your life forever. And the season of hardship that may have characterized your journey is poised to be overwhelmed by a cascading deluge of blessings, exceeding the furthest reaches of your imagination. To activate the sacred energy that is intricately woven into the fabric of this message, I ask of you 3 simple yet profound actions. First, momentarily still the flow of this reading. Second, acknowledge the resonance of this truth by offering your affirmation. And third, embrace the community that is forming around this shared divine encounter. Furthermore, inscribe the sacred numerical sequence 777. This holy number acts as a beacon, a signal directed towards the cosmos, unequivocally declaring your readiness to receive the hidden and transformative truth of God. If you truly feel the undeniable pull of the chosen, if the mantle of divine selection resonates within the depths of your being, then I urge you to remain with me until the very last word has been absorbed. For deep within the chambers of your soul, you already possess the knowing that this message was meticulously crafted and divinely intended for you alone. After you have fully received its essence, commit this message to the quietude of your memory. But first, let us together delve into the very heart of this sacred truth and unveil the divine blueprint that God, in His infinite wisdom, has set forth specifically for you, my cherished chosen one. At the precise instant that your attention was drawn to these very words, a profound and significant cosmic realignment occurred within the ethereal realms of the Spirit. The omnipotent Creator, the one who breathed galaxies into existence with a mere utterance and holds the intricate tapestry of time within the loving embrace of His hands, has personally orchestrated this divine encounter, placing this very message upon your path for a purpose that transcends mere chance. This is no random occurrence. It is a divinely appointed moment, a sacred intersection ordained from the foundations of time. God, in His infinite omniscience, has intimately witnessed the depths of your heart, the arduous nature of your struggles, and the unwavering resilience of your faith amidst the trials and tribulations that have marked your journey. And now, in this appointed moment, He stands ready to unveil a revelation so profoundly transformative that it will rewrite the very narrative of your life, ushering in an era of unprecedented blessing and divine favor. This message serves as a sacred key, a holy and meticulously crafted blueprint that possesses the power to unlock not only the chains of financial bondage, but also an unshakable and abiding inner peace, and a divine purpose so potent and far-reaching that its impact will inspire awe and wonder throughout the world. Yet, it is imperative that you hold this truth as a sacred and inviolable trust, for it is intended solely and exclusively for you, the chosen one, and for no other. The very essence of this message transcends anything that you have previously encountered in your earthly experience. It is not merely a collection of human words, but a direct and potent divine transmission, a sacred code intricately imbued with the very promises of God. Within the hallowed pages of the sacred texts, in the book of Jeremiah chapter 29 verse 11, it is unequivocally stated, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." This is not just a comforting sentiment, It is the unwavering and eternal promise of God directly to you, my cherished chosen one, and this very message that you are now absorbing is His divinely chosen means of revealing that magnificent and life-altering plan. You are not of the ordinary realm. A deep and abiding knowing has always resided within the depths of your being, has it not? That persistent inner stirring, that profound and undeniable sense of being destined for something far greater than the mundane. This inner conviction is not an illusion. It is the very truth of your being. You are a beacon of light upon this earth, a celestial emissary divinely selected to transcend the limitations of lack and step boldly into a life that overflows with boundless and inexhaustible abundance. Let us now turn our attention to the inherent urgency that permeates this divine message. God, in His perfect timing and infinite wisdom, has placed this sacred communication before you at this precise juncture in your life, because the season of waiting that you may have endured has now reached its divinely appointed culmination. The myriad struggles that you have faced with such unwavering resilience, the often heavy weight of financial burdens that you have carried, the moments of doubt that may have tested your spirit, and the times when you may have felt overlooked or unseen, these were not acts of punishment or divine neglect. Rather, they were all integral components of a meticulous and purposeful preparation. God, in His loving sovereignty, has been diligently refining your spirit, carefully shaping your character, and preparing you to bear the weight of the immense and transformative blessings that He is now poised to pour forth into your life. This very message that you are now receiving serves as your unmistakable signal, the clear indication that the celestial reservoirs of abundance are now beginning to open, and a powerful and unstoppable torrent of prosperity, overflowing joy, and unmerited divine favor is now surging directly towards you. However, it is of paramount importance that you not only receive this truth, but also act upon its inherent wisdom, and that you safeguard its sacred essence with the utmost diligence. Commit this message to the quietude of your memory after you have fully absorbed its meaning, for its potent power is uniquely and specifically intended for you, and for no other. Envision, if you will, a life where every genuine need is met with effortless grace, where you walk in the liberating freedom of complete financial security, and where your unique and God-given purpose radiates with such undeniable brilliance that others are naturally and powerfully drawn to your light. This is not a fanciful or unattainable dream. It is the very blueprint of God's magnificent and unwavering plan for your life. The message that I am now sharing with you is nothing less than a divine spark, poised to ignite a transformative fire within the very core of your being. It is a profound revelation that will shatter the oppressive chains of scarcity that may have bound you, gently heal the deep wounds inflicted by doubt and uncertainty, and propel you forward into a destiny that is unequivocally defined by limitless abundance. Yet, this divine exchange transcends the mere acquisition of material wealth. It is fundamentally about fully embracing and embodying your true identity as the chosen one that God, in His infinite love, created you to be, a consecrated vessel of His radiant glory, a potent and unwavering force for good in a world that is desperately yearning for the illumination of your unique light. If this message resonates deeply within the chambers of your spirit, if you feel the undeniable stirrings of truth resonating within the very depths of your soul, then I urge you to acknowledge this sacred connection. This simple act serves as your powerful declaration to the celestial realms, your unequivocal affirmation of readiness to receive the profound and transformative sacred revelation of God. Let us now join together in amplifying this divine energy, allowing its transformative power to permeate every aspect of your being. Your active engagement in this sacred exchange acts as a clear and unmistakable signal to God, unequivocally indicating your earnest commitment and unwavering readiness to step fully into the magnificent and unfolding plan that He has so lovingly prepared for you. Therefore, I implore you, remain steadfast with me, my cherished chosen one, for we have only just begun to unravel the profound and life-altering power that is held within the very heart of this holy message. The heavens are watching. The angels lean in with reverent silence, bearing witness to this sacred moment as you stand on the precipice of divine transformation. Every trial, every tear, Every silent prayer uttered in the solitude of your waiting was not in vain. It has been carefully gathered in the chalice of eternity, and now that chalice overflows. The universe itself aligns with the vibration of your readiness. The energies of the celestial realms are being summoned, harmonized in perfect accord to support your ascension into the fullness of your calling. No longer will you walk in the shadows of uncertainty. No longer will your gifts remain dormant beneath layers of fear, doubt, or imposed limitation. A radiant unveiling is taking place within you now, a sacred emergence that will leave nothing untouched by its light. The veil is lifting, not just from your eyes, but from your spirit. You are beginning to see yourself as you truly are. Not a seeker wandering through confusion, but a divine architect of light sent to build bridges between heaven and earth. This very moment marks the activation of a covenant. Yes, a sacred covenant between you and the Most High, a covenant that predates your birth and stretches beyond time itself. It is being awakened by your willingness to remember, your courage to believe, and your openness to receive. The Creator does not speak to you in vain. Every word flowing into your spirit now carries the breath of prophecy and the vibration of destiny. And what lies ahead is nothing short of miraculous. You will rise, not in arrogance, but in divine authority. Your voice will carry weight, not because it demands attention, but because it echoes the frequency of truth. Your presence will bring healing, not because of any effort to be seen, but because light naturally reveals and restores. You were never meant to fit in. You were meant to awaken others. Chosen one, a supernatural shift has already begun. Heaven is moving resources, aligning people, and removing obstacles to make way for your emergence. But as with all sacred callings, this emergence requires your participation. You must trust in the unseen hand of God that is guiding you. You must release the outdated beliefs that have held you hostage to your past. And most importantly, you must walk forward even when the path is not yet clear, for the path will reveal itself to those who trust. Take this as confirmation. The delay was not denial. It was divine incubation. You were being fortified in the silence, refined in the shadows, and prepared in the pressure. And now, the time of unveiling has come. Your name is being whispered in rooms you haven't entered. Your light is being recognized in dimensions your eyes have not yet seen. The heavens are declaring, "It is time." And with that declaration comes acceleration, divine momentum that will carry you farther in a few months than you've traveled in years. Doors will open where there were once only walls. Resources will appear without striving. Connections will form by divine orchestration, not human manipulation. But remember, this is not about status. This is not about material gain alone. This is about sacred alignment. It is about becoming the embodiment of heaven on earth. You are being positioned not only to receive, but to radiate, to pour out the divine frequency of love, healing, truth, and justice into a world that is starving for the authenticity you carry. So, take a breath, my beloved. Place your hand upon your heart. Feel the sacred fire awakening within you. This is your confirmation. This is your turning point. This is your divine call to rise. And I leave you with this final instruction. Walk boldly. Heaven walks with you. Take this as confirmation. The delay was never denial. It was divine incubation. Heaven did not forget you. It was preparing you. Every closed door, every unanswered prayer, every prolonged silence was not a punishment, but a sacred pause designed to fortify your spirit and anchor your faith. In those seemingly barren seasons, the soil of your soul was being broken open to make room for the roots of divine destiny to take hold. And now, the time of waiting has given birth to the time of awakening. The delay carved depth. It cultivated discernment. It stripped away the illusions that once veiled your perception, so that when this moment arrived, you would recognize it not as coincidence, but as divine alignment. The heavens have always known the weight of your calling, and they refuse to release you into your next chapter prematurely. But now, the seal has been broken. The scroll of your destiny is being unrolled before your very eyes, and you, my beloved, are being summoned to rise into a greater measure of your divine inheritance. Can you feel it? The old frequencies falling away? The inner landscape of your spirit beginning to shift, awaken, and expand. This is the spiritual quickening, the holy recalibration that precedes your elevation. God is not just restoring what was lost, He is redefining your very identity. You are no longer the version of yourself that once survived seasons of lack, rejection, or misunderstanding. That version of you was only a chrysalis. But now the wings of divine purpose stretch within you, trembling with power, ready to soar. You are being positioned not just for blessing, but for divine responsibility. With elevation comes authority, but also accountability. You are not being called to rise so that you may be exalted for your own sake, but so that you may become a living vessel of heaven's will on earth. There are people whose deliverance is tied to your obedience. There are generations that will be healed through the ripples of your yes to God. You are not merely one life among billions. You are a divine frequency, encoded with sacred assignments that only your soul can fulfill. Therefore, release the smallness that once confined you. Release the narrative spoken over you by those who never saw your spiritual magnitude. Release the fear of being too much, too intense, too radiant. For those were never flaws, they were the markings of the chosen. God has hidden you in plain sight, not to diminish your light, but to preserve your power until the appointed hour. And now that hour is here. The shift you feel is not imagined. It is the cracking open of heaven over your life. The veil between the seen and the unseen is thinning, and your spiritual sight is being restored. You will dream differently. You will hear more clearly. You will move with supernatural confidence, no longer seeking validation in broken places, but walking in the validation that comes from the throne of the Most High. For when God calls you chosen, no opinion, no opposition, no earthly ranking can override His decree. And so I speak to your soul now. Awaken. Stand tall in your sacred knowing. Let the shame fall away. Let the regret be replaced by wisdom. Let the weariness be exchanged for the fire of holy purpose. You are stepping into a season where nothing will be wasted, where even your past pain will become prophetic evidence of God's glory working through you. This is your exodus from limitation. Your Red Sea is parting. Your wilderness is becoming a garden. Your mourning is being exchanged for joy. The ashes of your former identity are being swept away by the breath of divine renewal, and in their place rises the truth of who you've always been: a royal priesthood, a spiritual warrior, a carrier of heaven's light. Do not doubt the path before you, even if you cannot yet see its full form. You walk now by divine direction, not human logic. Your intuition is not a whisper of chance. It is the sacred compass installed by God Himself. Trust it, honor it, follow it, and as you do, the way will open before you like a scroll of light, and you will find yourself walking through doors that no man could have opened, and standing in rooms you once only visited in dreams. This is not the end of a message. This is the beginning of your manifestation. Everything is changing. The angels assigned to your journey are already in motion. The heavenly blueprint of your mission is being activated. And you, my cherished chosen one, are standing in the center of prophecy fulfilled. So go forth, not in haste, but in holy assurance. Speak boldly, love deeply, serve fearlessly. Carry this sacred fire in your bones. And never forget, you were chosen not just to rise, but to awaken others. Your life is a mirror through which the world will catch a glimpse of the divine. Welcome to your appointed hour. Welcome to your unveiling. Welcome home.